All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome. Another day, another recovery. More recovery is needed. The price is right where we were yesterday while we were live, and this morning when I made my video, crossed right through this price. So here we are. It looks like the summer of chop is now going to continue between 23 and 25 cents, guys. Between 23 and 25 cents, the summer of chop is going to continue. But this is better than the 16, 17 cents we were at before. So I'll take it. I'll take it. And I know, oh, we were at 28 cents. Oh, we should be at 30 cents. I know. I get it. I get it. But this is Doge. This is how Doge goes. I did want to look up one other thing that I did not get set up. Oh, dear. Satoshi. Hold on. One other chart I wanted to show you guys. One other chart. Come on. Come on. Come on. It was a good chart. Ah, there it is right there. Bitcoin. Bitcoin. For 2 weeks now has been glued to $118,000. So Bitcoin is chopping. Now it went up to a new all-time high, 123, dipped all the way down to 116, and since then has just been in this 118, 119, 120 range right here. It's been chopping. While it was chopping, Dogecoin was actually going up. We looked at this yesterday, right? Let me get down here in the corner. So Dogecoin went up. Bitcoin had sideways. So again, back on July 11th, 118, and now 118. On July 11th, the price of Dogecoin was, it just came over 20 cents on July 11th, 19 to 20 cents. So again, Dogecoin, more volatile than Bitcoin, goes up higher on the green candles, drops lower on the red candles. That's it. You got to know what you bought with Dogecoin. You got to know what you bought. It doesn't act the same way as Bitcoin. So you got to know that. Overall, again, so Bitcoin's consolidating, not having big drops, which to me, this is bullish to me. This is absolutely bullish to me because we've seen this on the Bitcoin charts. As we zoom out on the Bitcoin charts, we have seen this happen where Bitcoin goes on a run. It goes on a run, right? Then it consolidates, right? Goes on a run and it consolidates. And then it goes on a run. And now guess what it's doing? It's consolidating. We're in a bull market. So what's the next move? You got it. That's the next move. It's not down. It's up. So I'm bullish on crypto. I'm bullish on crypto. Thank you to Mr. Bitcoin. Mr. Bitcoin is going to keep us from crashing. And I know there's some bears out there that I say, oh, that's it. Dogecoin's dead. Dogecoin's going. And I'm just like, nope. Nope. Do we have to do this today? This crypto meow analysis. What the heck is that? We're not doing that today. Goodbye. That was an early boot. Thank you, Doug. Yeah, I just not doing that today. Just not doing that today. So I just booed him. Yeah, he'll be back under a new name like he always does. I don't know what he was trying to do with crypto meow analysis. That was kind of a stupid name. But so anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. Bitcoin is saving us, guys. That's my point. I'm bullish. Can you imagine that, Ryan? I'm actually bullish. So we're going to chop for a little bit in this range. That's what I think. We'll just be ready for it. Buy on the dips, all of that stuff. As we begin today, we do have to recognize Terry Bollea. Did you know that was his name? Terry Bollea. Terry Bollea, Mr. Hulk Hogan. Condolences to the Bollea family, the Hogan family, whoever. It was Ozzy Osbourne. Now it's Hulk Hogan. It's like, okay, who's next? It goes in threes, right? We're going threes. Who's next? So sad day for that. So condolences again to Hulk Hogan. He was a good dude. Yep. He was a good dude. I mean, he's the one who put the face on wrestling. And yeah, I wasn't really a big wrestling follower or fan or anything like that, but I know he was a good guy. He did good. So sorry to hear of his passing. I mean, we just saw him last year campaigning for Trump and didn't even know he wasn't feeling well. So yes, thoughts and prayers for the Hogan family. Yeah, so he's joining Ozzy and see where we go from there. All right, what do we got to talk about? Well, you know, Trader Allen's got some wonderful charts here to look at. 4-year cycles. Again, patterns repeat themselves. A monthly bullish engulfing candle happens 1, 2, 3 times before the big breakout. 1, 2. We just had the third. Is that a pattern for a big breakout again? Could we see that? The cat. Peck's cat in the house. Could we see that? I mean, Alan's really good at doing all these pattern things with his charts. So that's one of them. We also have he's using the magnets now. And I'm just like, hey, magnets were my thing. And he's using the magnets now. And I'm just like, the magnets. To $1? Yeah, I think we're just going to chop sideways for a little bit here. Take a breather, chop sideways, and then we'll see. That's what I say. And then he's got this other one. I mean, he was on a roll today. Launchpads, 2024 early, 2024 late, and now 2025. Launchpads. This is, again, we're going higher. Bull market, going higher. Higher lows, higher highs with each run. This run came up to 22 cents. This run came up to 48 cents. How about the next run? What Alan calls boom time. Boom. I like the launchpad thing. That's pretty good. Launchpads and boom. So yeah, Alan's he was on a roll today with his Doge charts. I just show him, you know. I just show him. Meanwhile, the House of Doge was over in Portugal for the hackathon. And they say, I want to thank you, my amazing partners at the Dogecoin Foundation and their families for an awesome event. Spent quality time with great new friends in the global Doge community. We had great conversations about the future of Dogecoin and House of Doge tokenization and upcoming announcements. So what's the House of Doge going to say next? What's the House of Doge going to say next? And then they end their post with own Dogecoin. So luckily, all of us here already own Dogecoin. We're on the Doge train. This is only going to grow and get bigger and bigger. Andy OS says everything is done on Doge OS. Everything is exchanged in Dogecoin. Everything is protected by MyDoge. This is what was going on at the hackathon. This is what was getting more people excited about building on Dogecoin and using Dogecoin. And we have a sneak peek for one thing that actually came out of the Dogeathon here. By someone called Shiben, called Doge Draw. This week, I made Doge Draw, a collaborative pixel art platform where you spend Dogecoin purchased credits to paint pixels on shared canvases, and the pixel prices rise with each change. Thank you to the Dogecoin Foundation. This app got 3rd place at the Dogeathon. Doge Draw. The guy made it in a week. So this is pretty cool. Pixel art platform. I don't know what exactly that means, but it is kind of cool. It is kind of cool. Is it an AI created painting? Maybe, Oz. I mean, it would be easy to do that, right? Just have a Shiba Inu dog on a starry, starry night background. Yeah, I don't know how it would work, Oz. I don't know. But apparently this guy, he made it in a week at the hackathon, the Dogeathon, and he got 3rd place. So that's pretty. This is the only one that I've seen that's come out of that so far. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, Sir Doge of the Coin says, who thinks Tesla should restart Dogecoin payments and accept Doge at the Tesla diner? Well, that's a no-brainer, right? Me. I do. Oh. They should accept Doge, as Elon said they would do. Elon has to know. Elon has to know that the Dogecoin community is asking for Dogecoin payments at this place. Because it's all over X. Like every post about this, someone is replying with pay in Doge, pay in Doge, pay in Doge. So that's coming, I think. Also, Doge Tipping says, look, the day Tesla Diner accepts Dogecoin, Elon will definitely put a huge Doge up on the screen, right? That's the kind of thing Elon would do. He wouldn't just like start accepting Doge as payment. No, he'd have a whole video of it. So that's exactly, Matt. That's what we're waiting. Elon said he would accept Dogecoin there. He's been pretty good at eventually getting to things, right? He's a terrible planner. Schedules are all off, but eventually he follows through on the things he says he's going to do. That's what I think. So it's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. So here we are at 23.9. Yeah, we'll probably come back over 24 cents here during the stream for Doge. And we'll see Bitcoin come back up over 119,000. We can check in on Bitcoin dominance, on other coins, all of that. So, did Elon respond? I didn't see that he responded, Stephen. I wonder which of Doge officials' posts that he responded to. I don't know. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Megal had a pump today. I know, just out of nowhere. It went up over $2. And I'm like, well, maybe $1.40s is the new $1.20s for Megal. So missed out on that one. We'll wait for it to settle back down. Looks like after market, it is back down to about $1.80 after market. So yes, we'll be watching that. That's all right. I'm making money on XPEV right now. XPEV, I bought in the 17s. It's now over $19. So that's where my money is right now. It's not just sitting there in cash. It's actually making money before I buy back into Megal. You're excited about the future? Ask Grok if he replied. That's a good question. That's a good question. Let's see. This would be at, let me get the right. It's going to take me too long to find it live. At Doge official CEO. Did at Elon Musk reply to a at Doge official CEO post recently? How good is Grok? I couldn't find any recent interactions in the dates I have access to. If you're looking for something more recent, you might want to check X directly for real-time updates. No. It was a laughing emoji. All right. He did a laughing emoji. Was it a post or was it a reply? Way too many posts. He posts a lot. Yeah, we're going back a couple days now. I don't see the thing with his glasses on. Saw my girlfriend Annie there. No. I don't want to spend the time scrolling all through all of his stuff. Oh no, Megal, why? I know. It took off today. It'll come back down. It always does. I just think we need to see a little bit, maybe a higher low. Maybe it's a higher low. Yeah, is Elon waiting for the new payment system to come to pass before implementing it? Maybe. He probably see what's going on. Did he abandon us, Astro? He just does things in his own time. There's a descending triangle. I don't do descending triangles with resistance lines because it's just breaking out sideways. It's not even. I mean, I don't know if this really does anything. Yeah, too soon. Too soon, Andrew. I really think this is just going to kind of do this, and it's just going to kind of come out sideways, is what I think. Something like that. This sloping resistance line really, I don't think is going to be anything. But we'll see. We draw these things, we see what happens, right? Sad to see Hulk go. Yeah, Oz, I agree. He's a good guy. You made $300 chasing an IPO today. Awesome. I'm building my position in Doge, Chaz says. Should I just put all in at this price or drip? Yeah, there's a lot of negativity still out there and thinks there's going to be more dips. So I'm just kind of a fan of, it's like, just buy on the dips, a little bit at a time, and then watch it just rocket up to 26 cents. I don't know. There's probably a Hulk coin and an Aussie coin, Josh. It wouldn't surprise me. Did I win? Good afternoon, CDC. How are you? Elon knows what he's doing. Yeah, I just let him do his thing. It'll happen when it happens. So that's what you're looking at for a big triangle, Andrew. Something like that. Kind of covers it. This is a 2-hour chart. Makes sense. But I think it's just going to come out. We wouldn't put any hope into a billionaire's thinking he's going to pump our coin. If he does, it's a surprise. Hulk coin already pumped 24x this morning. Now they're rugging it. Well, there you go. There you go. XLM. Yeah, I saw another news thing about Stellar and PayPal. How PayPal is going to be using XLM. But it's just, it didn't drop as much as Doge did. This is more following like a quasi Bitcoin thing. It's got this whole area here where it just went sideways right there. Then a dip, and now it's going to go sideways here. So a little different than Doge. It didn't go on as big of a run as Doge did, though. But it didn't drop. Well, Killjoy 666 depends on what the joke was. You're welcome. I'm new. Thank you. Since Megal went up, I was looking whiff since it has not run yet. Maybe. Elon's Doge tweets are considered sacred stuff. Yeah. I don't think Elon intended to pump the coin. We need him to use it for all the positive reasons he stated. That I agree. Yeah, I saw the Chuck Mangione post earlier as well. It was the flugelhorn, wasn't it, that he played? Flugelhorn. Chuck Mangione. Not quite in the same kind of social sphere as Ozzy and Hulk Hogan, though. Because I can see some of you in the chat right now thinking, who's Chuck Mangione? Who's Chuck Mangione? But, well, I mean, he's just, yeah, not the same. WIF dropped 7% today. Wow. Indeed. Why so? Well, we have this line at $1, which is what it was kind of trading at. Again, going back to the 10th, 11th of July. So that dollar line is like a magnet, right? It's like a magnet for WIF. So if we see a dip below $1, might be a good time to scoop up some WIF tokens, huh? Don't follow the Elder Scrolls, so I don't know who Julian Leafy is. Hey, Neon, the liquidity heat map for Doge indicates it will go up. You can look at the RSI. Yep, RSI is low. It's starting to curl up a little bit here. I'm on a 2-hour chart here. So it's starting to come up here on the RSI. But it was definitely overbought. It actually flashed overbought when Doge hit 27 and Doge went up even higher, up to 28. Interesting. On the RSI. What's happening with liquidations? Well, it looks like WIF, looks like they're taking some shorts out now. So WIF is coming up a little bit. Same with Solana. Taking out some shorts. But pretty quiet on the liquidation front at the moment. And I wouldn't necessarily trust the heat map to be the guide for something specifically going up or down. Bitcoin has a big short up here. 119,889. That's got to have a big target on it right there, Bitcoin. There's some big long liquidations down here at like 117,500. but not anything like the shorters up here, big shorts. And these are just looking at the recent trades in the last 24 hours. Yeah, see, there's some big Doge long liquidations down here, 22.8, 22.7. So, yep, if Bitcoin goes down to take out those lows, 117, we'll see Doge in the 22s there taking those out. So be careful with your trading, guys. When I get my money, I'm going to go to Epstein Island and see what all the talk's about. Can you go there? Can you just go there? I mean, the guy's dead. Maxwell's in jail. Can you just go there? Maybe you just have to hire a boat captain to take you there. Can you take me to Epstein Island? Ramon, you're very bullish. Very, very bullish. I am not that bullish. That's the difference between you and me, my friend. I'm not that bullish. Meanwhile, Z Ramos says that Grok told him that Doge is going to $10 in 2028. Well, good for Grok. Are you going to trade based on what an AI tells you? The 3-day? Go to the 3-day, Jack. Oh yeah, big stuff up here. But this more recent stuff are long liquidations, and it's much easier for the market makers to take those out than to send Doge all the way back up over 27 cents to take out all those shorts. Those shorters are making a lot of money. A lot of money. Lots of millions of dollars up here. People do like to short Dogecoin. You saw a video of someone going to the island. Security wouldn't let them get close. Grok said the crypto will be the first bubble to pop Q3, Q4, possibly Q1 of 2026. That's what I think. I think it'll wait till Q1 2026. Hey, Kronos, what's up? Yeah, if Doge goes to $10, you'll have lots of money to pay for all kinds of things to make life easier, right? Like paying extra to YouTube so you don't have to watch ads. Sure. I would do that. Yeah, I don't really follow Robert Kiyosaki, but he's predicted 10,000 out of 3 financial crises. What would it be like to have an X bank? That's the goal, right? That's the goal, is for X to be able to handle all of your banking needs. It's coming. It is coming. The name of the Microsoft Purple Gorilla. I thought the paperclip was the first AI. Remember the paperclip? I thought the paperclip was like, that was the first AI, was the paperclip. Microsoft Purple Gorilla. To New Grok. Microsoft Purple Gorilla AI. Seems you might be referring to one of several topics related to Microsoft and the Purple Gorilla. Bonzi Buddy? The Purple Gorilla virtual assistant? Bonzi Buddy. Bonzi Buddy was a freeware desktop virtual assistant created by Bonzi Software, released in 1999 and used Microsoft Agent technology. Originally developed for Microsoft's Office Assistant, for example, Clippy. Yeah, see, there's Clippy. Exactly, right. Bonzi Buddy was marketed as a helpful companion that could talk, tell jokes, sing, send emails. However, it became infamous as malware and spyware as it collected user data, installed unwanted toolbars, and displayed intrusive ads without user consent. Show me a picture. Does Grok do this? Of Bonzi Buddy. He's gonna create a new image, but Bonzi Buddy. Is that what he looked like, Josh? I don't remember him. I remember Clippy. I don't remember this guy. There you go. Hey, Neon. Other interests, architecture, obviously buildings, because I'm an architect. I love to travel and go see cool places, especially cool buildings. I've traveled a lot and seen historical buildings all over the world. New buildings, interesting stuff, always the top of my list. We talk a lot about music, my music collection, but it's really going to be, since I'm kind of set on the music collection now, I'm kind of like interested in just doing a lot of traveling again. And that's going to be my big thing when I retire. It's just going to be traveling around. So yeah. But thanks for asking. Yeah, shorting or longing, not on Robinhood. You have to go to one of those. I mean, you can go on Binance if you're not in the United States, Anthony, or you go on to one of those other offshore Bitfinex and whatever this list is here, right? Bybit, OKX, Gate, HTX, Hyperliquid, CoinX, BitMEX, Bitfinex. So I don't trade on any of those. I'm a United States citizen. I only trade on US exchanges. I guess you can now do some futures trading on Coinbase, but I haven't signed up for that. I'm not interested. I don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. Josh, that was it. The purple gorilla. It would crash my computer. Yeah, Clippy didn't do that. Clippy was cool. Hey, Demo, how are you? Just a matter of time. It's coming. Yeah, Jason, we did earlier on give our condolences for Hulk Hogan. What'll be the third? The big one after Ozzy and Hulk. There'll be a third. Always comes in threes. So, yeah, I think the Kriss is getting a... Oh, God. Isn't it hilarious? The autocorrect. The autocorrect for his Kriss goes to Christ. Wow. Oh, my God, that's funny. Sorry. Autocorrect. Usually it just goes to Kriss, but you got Christ out of it. And I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. So it was an autocorrect thing, KB. Definitely. Did the Egyptians build the Great Pyramids? Yeah, I believe the Egyptians did it. I don't believe in the theory that it was more ancient or they were aliens. There's all these alien conspiracies, right, with the pyramids. No, it was the Egyptians. Next week, tariff pause over. I don't think it's going to have much of a effect. The aliens, Ryan? No. Anthony thinks older civilization. No. I think it was all Egyptians. Ryan. About to get your first haircut in 3 years. Wow. Is this like one of those long ponytails that like goes down your back? The kid from the Cosby Show, is he like, yeah, I don't think he's in the same category. Also a good guy though, but not like Ozzy Hulk range. Yes, Kriss has arrived. We are saved. Exactly. Oh, there you go. Close. KrissPax. Oh. You're welcome, Stealing Home. Appreciate it. We try and keep things real here, which is why I just think this thing is just going to not be a big rocket ship, but it's just going to kind of chop around here. We're just going to chop around here. There's no technical analysis that's going to show you that. That's just years of trading. Swing trade at 32.33. If it goes up there, it will eventually. Yep, the ponytail, and you're going to, why are you going to cut it? Why are you cutting it, Ryan? Is somebody making you do it? Somebody making you do that? Mike Chops is a licensed barber. We've got a barber in the house. Come on, Ryan. Yeah, David, what about that? The shelves would be empty. We'd be in a deep recession. The world is coming to an end. And here we are. Stock market is near all-time highs. Crypto just went on a great run, just having a little retrace for a day or two. Imagine your sub count if you did evolve into Christ. I know, right? Can you imagine that? Hey, everybody, check out Christ live streaming on YouTube. Oh. Let us all pray for higher Dogecoin. Yeah, there's a lot of that next tier, right, of people. That's life, right? That's life. Too annoying. The news feed is starting to fill up with crypto influencers. So the crypto pump is incoming. Or there's too many crypto influencers and this is the top signal. So we're going down from here. Can I send you some wine? Oh, how about a little wine? There's your wine, Ryan. There's your wine. A little wine for you, please. Go in peace and buy the dip. Oh, that's good. How about Bonk? I don't think Bonk's going down that low, right? We're at 3408. 3150 is this yellow line here. And this has been our resistance. It's not far from 31. And it did actually touch 31, it looks like, right here. Yesterday. Looks like yesterday on this dip, it hit like 31. Yeah, it looks like it hit 31 right there. So, yeah, I tried to, it hit it yesterday. Yeah, Bonk is staying up here too. Not a big pullback. So my Bonk purchase I made down here at 23 is holding up pretty well. Eventually, it'll all end up back in Dogecoin. Trump is at the Fed. Yeah, it's like, let's go to the Fed today. Let's put pressure on Jerome Powell. It's not going to change next week's FOMC meeting. All right, climate change, right. 30% of Florida would be underwater by now. Climate change. And what was her name? Greta Thunberg, right? All the polar caps would be melted, all the icebergs, all of that. Like, nope. World doesn't work that way. Good question. Is Ryan going to donate the ponytail? You said you wanted some wine. I gave you some wine. Oh. I need Doge to hit $1 quick. My kids haven't eaten in days. Yeah, Josh. Decided to go with a barn dominium for now and wait for some rates to come down because the construction rate of 13%. Yeah, I just bought a house. I just bought a house that didn't need any work. You're fired. Yeah. That would be funny if somebody caught that on video of Trump saying that to Powell. Maybe somebody made it on one of those AI little video clip sites, right? Trump telling Jerome Powell, you're fired. A barn dough is not a dominium. There was a video of Trump and Powell walking through the new building. Now that I got to see. Trump, Powell at new Fed building. That I got to see. With hard hats on.
So the 2.7 is now 70, and it looks like it's about 3.1 billion. It went up a little bit, or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that from anybody from Fed.
Yeah, it just came out.
Our notes had it about 3.1 as well.
Now it's way over budget.
And it looks like it's about 3.1 billion. It went up a little bit, or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
So the Fed chair was not aware that the budget for the renovations of the Fed building went up from 2.5 billion to 3.1. And the Fed chair didn't know
I
that.
haven't heard that from anybody from Fed.
Yeah, it just came out.
Our notes had it about 3.1 as well.
3.1.
3.2.
And it looks like it's about 3.1 billion. It went up a little bit.
Wow. 3.1. Are you kidding? Exactly. Wow. But thanks, DW. Good to see that. You're on Starlink, Grow? I thought Starlink never went down. The ice caps are melting. My house is underwater in Florida. Ah! Paul didn't care. It's not his money. It's the government's money. But Trump, I mean, he's a developer, right? Of course he would have that information. Need a house loan, ask Powell. No clue. He's clueless. How does that happen? Too late, Powell. Clueless. Oh my God.
Well, I'd love him to lower interest rates. Other than that, what can I tell you? The country's doing really well. I just briefed the chairman with the deal with Japan. Japan is putting up $550 billion in order to lower their tariffs a little bit. That way they have a little bit lower tariff. And they also opened their country to free trade, which nobody thought was even a possibility. And we get a zero tariff in the free trade. We don't pay tariffs, and they're going to pay 15% on everything they send into our country. So it's great. But they put up, as you could call it, seed money. Let's call it seed money. You could call it anything you want, but it's it's a total of $550 billion. Back off some of the.
Wow. Pretty amazing stuff there. Buffalo Stadium cost $2.2 billion. Yeah, what's a billion here, a billion there, right? It's only money. I know. And us taxpayers pay for all of it. Particularly the middle class and Elon. A couple other wealthy people who diligently pay their taxes, and instead of hiring a bunch of lawyers to avoid the taxes. The Doge Messiah. It was the SEC Ether block. Doge was never on the list, from what I understand. Additionally, the SEC did not approve that multi-crypto ETF. It was put before them, and they did not approve it. So there is no multi-crypto ETF right now. It's only $1 billion here and there. Doge Meme Girl shared something about that on X. My understanding was Dogecoin was never on that. Yeah, she says it makes no sense to leave Doge off the list. It wasn't removed. It was just never on the list. Okay. It just wasn't on the list. That's all she's saying, was it makes no sense to leave it off the list. All right. Okay. Yeah, $3 billion for a renovation. Now, it's an old building. Probably had lots of problems structurally, right? But man, $3 billion? They should have just torn it down and built a new one. It's what they should have done. Yeah. Well, Trump's not happy about that now. Now that he found out that it's over budget by $600 million. Ah, right, girl. That's why they didn't approve the ETF, because it had to include Doge. Ah, that makes sense. I know. I'm conflicted about the ETF Ether block, the Doge ETF. I'm conflicted by it because it kind of goes away from the ethos of Dogecoin, which is to buy Doge and use it to spend and have fun with it. And the ETF is like just for investors. So yeah. I know, a $600 million ad. That's a lot of money. A $600 million ad. All on the taxpayers. And the Fed chair had no idea. $3.1 billion. Lavish lounges, VIP elevators. Well, it's too late now. I mean, there's a construction contract to do the work, and it's being worked on. It's kind of tough once you get to that stage to, I mean, they're building, they're working. Kind of tough to trim that down. 24 karat gold walls. It's the Fed, you know? Wait, don't they print the money? Consent chart to the community. All right. Let's see what consent. If you guys are interested, on your phone, on your YouTube app, go to my page, my channel page there, and you'll see visit community right there. Click on that. Hit newest. Ah, Con, let's see what we got. We got a chart. We got a con chart on the YouTube community. Let's see what you got there. No explanation, no words, just the chart. Big channel. Yeah, it looks kind of like that. Mr. Khan. Looks kind of like that. With some lines on it. And numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close. Yeah, Mr. T, it's right here. He just took this idea and made it his own with numbers instead of magnets and throwing a bunch of fib lines on here. What it looks like. So, yeah. But you guys can comment on it. It's right there on the YouTube channel. The chart doesn't make Doge run. Doge runs on its own. Exactly. Right. We needed a little explanation there, Con, on the chart or in the text saying the expanding diagonal Elliott wave thing. Personally, those charts don't mean anything to me. I went to my Coinbase portfolio earlier at work, and when I loaded up the app, it was on the sign-up screen. When I entered my info to log in, said device not recognized. I don't know. They could have upgraded something on their side. Change your password. That's what I would do. Just change your password. And do you use Google Authenticator as part of your 2FA for whenever you do trades or whenever you transfer money? Should make sure you've got that enabled too, just to be safe. Good afternoon, Mainly Music. Talking about a $3 billion renovation. What's the largest project? 800 million was the Venetian. But that was just the main hotel and casino. And then you put in all the fit out stuff. It was over $1 billion. But the Venetian Casino Resort was the biggest project I've worked on. But the main construction ended up being like 800 million. But that's in 1999 dollars. So if you escalate that 25 years, today's value is a lot more. A lot more. No, Ricky, XRP has nothing to do with Bitcoin. It's not the next. It's not better. It's just XRP. 100% pre-mined by Ripple, not a true proof of work cryptocurrency like Bitcoin is. Entirely centralized by the Ripple Corporation. So, Ricky, yeah. Smash the like, everybody. Thank you. You guys are funny. Jesus, Chris. Hold on tight. Buy the dips. CJ, not were you? Am I? I am still an architect. Still working. I got a few more years left. Yep. Now I manage big projects now. I throw my 2 cents in on design things. But yeah. No, XRP was not created by the same people that made Bitcoin. Far from it. Far from it. And it wasn't even supposed to do what Bitcoin does. So I'm not a huge XRP expert, but I know enough that I don't really want to, I don't need to know anymore. Good morning, Sahi. How are you? Thank you for joining. How is everything over there in India? A lot of people talk about Dogecoin over there. This is the funny thing about government projects is there are companies that are really good, architect engineer firms that are really good at doing government projects because they're slow, they're steady, huge budgets that always then go over budgets. They get a lot of additional fees, extra fees. You just can't be in a hurry or a rush when you're on any one of those projects. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. You bought in at 23.8. Will I be liquidated? Well, if you only bought Dogecoin, then you own it and you won't be liquidated. If you did a trade, like a leverage trade, that's a different story. But I'm guessing by the way you phrase this as I bought, then you didn't get liquidated. But that's what the price is now, 23.8. How did you already lose 8,000? Did you sell and then rebuy? Because you only lose if you sell. So, yeah, fake news, dude. All that XRP crap is fake news. Greensboro, North Carolina, welcome. Yeah. If I was the one renovating the Fed building, I would have made it a requirement to be paid in Dogecoin. Absolutely. Right. Decades of delays, over budget, all the expense of the taxpayers. It wasn't just California, it was federal too. Those were federal dollars. Right, but nobody is saying that XRP is going to be a token used for transactions. The Ripple company is all about like the digital SWIFT, cross-border, like bank to bank, government to bank, all that stuff. That's what Ripple's about. If you want to do person-to-person transactions, use Dogecoin. Use Dogecoin. CJ, my dad's an architect. He mostly does commercial, like factories, retail stores. Almost went in architectural school, but didn't like it. Yeah, you manage large projects after you work on a bunch of them for many, many years. So with experience, you grow up from a designer, junior designer, you go into a job captain role, project architect, project manager, then you're managing projects, and then you become a program manager where you're just doing the whole program. You oversee all the project managers. You just go up the ladder over time. That's what you do. Oh, for Kriss sakes. I know, right, Rod? XRP is not similar to Bitcoin at all, Alex. Not at all. Not at all. Bitcoin is a true proof of work cryptocurrency with mining and all that. XRP doesn't have that. So just on that alone. Minecraft. The kids growing up on Minecraft could make for being very successful architects because of all of the building. They can see, things in three-dimensional. That is a good talent to have when you're designing actual buildings. So yeah, that Minecraft experience could be very good for having a career as an architect. One of your good friends is a junior project manager for the Irvine company. Awesome. Long hours, yes. Long hours. Agreed. When you're a junior project manager. Once you get up to my level, I put in the extra time when I need to. Hey, Jason from Northern Ireland. Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, XRP to 5,000. Let's go. Forget $100. Let's go. Exactly, right? Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm less than 200 subs away, right? From 20,000. What's my latest count? I gotta go see what my latest count is. Yep. 195 more subscribers and I hit 2,000. So if you haven't subscribed yet, get on board. Be one of the first 20,000 subs on the KrissPax channel, because you know where it goes from here, right? It's going to take off. This fall, the channel is going to take off. I'll have 100K subs, and you'll be able to say, I was in the first 20K. Subscribe. Subscribe. Give it a try. Yeah, and we'll have a live stream there. Watch it click over. That'll be fun. We will do that. Yeah, Robert, I get all that, but just do your research on the tokens. They were all pre-mined. The Ripple company releases tokens to sell so they can pay their salaries, pay off their lawyers, all that stuff. Just do your research. Billion here, billion there, They're just dumping on you. They're just dumping on you. Just saying. But if you just keep drinking all the Kool-Aid about XRP and repeating what you hear from other XRP, I don't even want to call them a content creator. They're just throwing stuff out there for you to use and repeat. Whatever. Hey, Kilmar, how are you? Nope, I am not going to open my own architecture firm. I am too close to finishing my career with what I'm doing. You'll re-up the gifted sub? Well, thank you, Kilmar. Appreciate it. If there's 100,000 subs by October, how are we going to fit in a restaurant for a dollar Doge party? Exactly. Exactly, Christoph. It'll be one of those cases where we'll be like, yeah, I want to go. Yeah, I want to go. And then it comes to it, and it's like, yeah, I couldn't make it. For 99% of the people. It's like, yeah, I couldn't make it. That's why it's not going to be some fancy schmancy thing and where I have to have a head count and all that, because I know how that goes. I know how that goes. Thanks, Kronos. Subsidy, right? Subsidy. XLM, hey, they've got a partnership with PayPal now. That's awesome for Stellar. XLM's going to be good. XLM, I wouldn't sleep on XLM. They're going to go on another big run. There's a rumor about Dogecoin being real money. Yeah, I heard about that. I guess in Portugal at the Dogeathon, they had everything there where you could pay in Dogecoin. It was all set up. Yeah, Limitless, I just couldn't do it. But thanks for asking. Couldn't do it. You have more Doge than XRP? Hey, if it's just Ryan and 7 others, that's all right. We'll have fun. If there's like 1,000 people, it just wouldn't be as much fun. KrissPax to rent a whole football stadium for the Dollar Doge party. Buy your own drinks. I'm not in any swing trades right now. Well, I can't say that. On stocks, I am. I'm in XPEV right now. And I'm waiting for an XPEV run. And then I'll roll that either into Megal or BTOG. I'm still watching those. But that's just a small stock thing. I'm not swing trading any crypto right now. Hey, Adam, you've been listening in? 91 degrees. Inside? No air conditioning? Got to blow that hot air out. How can I accept Dogecoin in a real life store? All right. So you need to go to which one is it? Which one is it? Doge. What's the name of it? Where's Charlotte? I need Charlotte. Is it the Doge list? Nope. The Doge list. That's what it is. The Doge list. Got it. I was close. Thank you, Ron. Go to the Doge list. And you can contact them. You can contact the Doge list, okay? There's also, if you want the little devices, there is another company that Williamsburg Pizza uses. And I can't think of the name of that. Yeah, I have to remember the name of that. Williamsburg Pizza. Dogecoin. Yeah, they use one of these devices. Doge Express, it's called. Doge Express. So if you go and you look at Doge Express, if you depending on what your company does, right? They're at Express Doge, or known as Doge Express on X, and you can contact them if you've got a company. Oh, look. They redid that. If you've got a company like a restaurant or something, and you want to accept Dogecoin, you can have one of these little terminals at your counter. This is a I think this is a bar in Spain. The Ventura Harbor Bar in Spain does it. And you can have one of those terminals there. So if you have a company that is like that and you want a terminal where you can accept Doge, contact Doge Express. Okay? Greetings from Scotland. So Limitless, I am going to buy more and I'm going to mine. I got to wait for August. So I got no money right now. You're angry at Elon? Do I have any casino stories? Casino stories. I mean, not really. I've gambled a bit. Blackjack, video poker. That's about all I play. Tried roulette for a little while with some friends. Didn't really like that. But no real juicy stories. Just boring stuff. No, the outside temp. Yeah, we're going to be in the 90s tomorrow. I did see that. Stock name is XPEV, XPEV. Put that in the chat for you. XPEV, it's a Chinese electric vehicle company. XPEV. That's what I bought into, XPEV. Thank you, JD. Appreciate it. Bonk is looking bearish. Absolutely not, Dylan. No. Bonk didn't drop. Look at this. Bonk came up and is going sideways. How does that look bearish? That isn't bearish at all. RSI is right in the middle, right at 50. Bonk is not bearish, Dylan, not at all. Bonk is just kind of cruising around here, sideways. There's nothing bearish about this chart. Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, like Maramello says, zoom out. This is a 2-hour chart. 4-hour chart is similar. Have I ever done a webinar? Yeah, Ivan, yeah, he gets people to sign up for his Discord, and he always talks about his affiliations with these, different exchanges, and he touts his own company all the time. No, I just hang out here with you guys on the live stream. That's it. I don't need to do a webinar. This is it. This is my webinar right here. We're live every day right here. This is where I am. The big, beautiful billion. Oh, that's good. Might be time to buy a little Pengu. It did drop below a 4, didn't it? Yep. Drop below 4. 385 now. 385 for Pengu. 10% retrace. Is it going to come back here and retest 3 cents? That looks more bearish than Bonk does. That looks much more bearish. Pengu? Oh, Matisse, you're missing out. You are missing out. The Pengu Penguin NFTs. Have you not seen the penguins? Have you not seen the penguins? The penguins, the penguins, the penguins, the penguins, the penguins. The Asians love cute pictures of animals, the penguins. That's what Pengu's all about. The pudgy penguins. So, yeah. Pudgy penguins. Pengu. Yeah, looking a little bearish. So if someone's looking to buy into Pengu, it looks like this area down here at 36 is in play as support right over here. For the Pengu. Yeah, Pengu has pumped before, I'm new. I mean, XPEV. XPEV has pumped before. And it's just one of those things. They're coming up with these ideas like electric airplanes. And if anyone's going to make it real, it's XPEV. So I'm waiting for one of those things to come out and the price goes on a run and then I'll sell for profit. Pump. Pump ain't doing so well. The pump is not doing well. 285. It is now, well, a little bit earlier, it came down to 281, which is now its all-time low. So this thing is continuing to bleed out. The pump token continuing to bleed out. Not good. So, yeah, the RSI is below 30. This is just not good. At what point do you say, okay, I'm going to go all in and I'm just going to buy into this thing because it's going to go up? But yet it keeps going down. I don't know. Yeah. Can I do anything right? Nope. Pump's a loser. I put $750 into it, not thousands of dollars. So it's small money for me in my portfolio. It's just a small thing just to ride the pump wave, and it went down. I've done that before. Trump, peak, right? Nura. Yeah, you try these things. But every once in a while, you hit it big. Tino, I already answered your question before. You only get liquidated if you trade with leverage. If you just buy it, they can't take it away from you. All right? What's up, Boron? How are you? We're looking at the pump token. Not good. Just keeps dropping. Someday, will it go on a run? Probably, but who's going to stick around for that when it just continues to bleed out like this? Now. Don't say the told you thing. That doesn't work here. You know better. That doesn't work here on this channel. Told you so. No, doesn't work here. There's going to be a trillion bonk burn. Is that right? When there's a billion bonk holders, there's going to be a trillion bonk burn. Wow. The trillion bonk burn. 500 billion bonk was just burned based on fees generated at bonk fund. More than 1 trillion bonk coins. Wow. My pinger was up pretty loud. Will burn very soon when we reach 1 million holders. Now there's 966,000, according to this. Yeah, that's where you got this from. And then they're going to burn 1 trillion bonk tokens. That's cool. Since I'm holding bonk on Robinhood, I'm probably not in that number. Told you so, buddy. Ah, thank you, Goose. I can always count on you. I can always count on you. Ah, bull run, I know. Next thing you're going to pull out is the old Pepe thing. I know. It's coming. I told you about Pepe. I know it. I know it. Hey, I've done okay. I'm doing all right. You're not a fan of anything that has a burn? I know, but when they make something that has so many frickin' tokens. Yeah, so it'd take about 5 more weeks, 4 more weeks. And then we get the big burn. Awesome. The big bonk burn. $2 Dogecoin. Yeah, the Pepe thing. I know, Boron. $2 Dogecoin told you so. Mark my words. Ah. Ah, my. Did we hurt Khan's feelings? Telling him that his chart looked too close to this one? I think we did. I think he was pretty proud of his Elliott, changing this to an Elliott wave chart. The government's too busy paying for a $3.1 billion new Federal Reserve building. Or renovation too. Well, I mean, support is still here at 23 cents. 23 cents is still support. It did wick down to about 22.2 overnight. There was a wick that came down to 22.2 overnight. But 23 is still support. But yeah, if we get another big pullback, it's all going to happen. People need to have patience. Yeah, CJ, but I saw the same thing. As soon as I saw his chart, I was like, this one. I was like, yeah, I've seen that before. The exact same form. Not a coincidence. On Bitcoin longs, we just looked at that. Here's the Doge at 22.8. And then on Bitcoin, it's here at 116.8. $300 million. at 116.8. Hey, RR, nice to see you. Strong foundation for the fall, exactly. Yeah, Ondo Finance, I don't follow that. I'm new. So I don't really. Yeah, Con, we talked about this. Both sides of the market where yet there's a third side, which is the real side. It's not the bull and not the bear, but the reality, which is what I do. That's what I do, is the reality. Too many bull and bear charts, and you need the real chart, the reality chart. $100 a Bitcoin? Sure, why not? Absolutely worth it to buy. They call them sats. They're buying sats. No, his chart's bullish. Looks like this one. It's bullish. Yeah, some people think that Bitcoin's way too expensive. $118,000 a Bitcoin, too expensive for me. You can buy sats, 0.001 Bitcoin, whatever. Bitcoin will reach 1 million. A lot of people predicting that. Got a long ways to go. I don't think we're going to see it in the next 4 years. But who knows, right? Crypto has surprised a lot of people. And that's a great comment right there. Enjoying every bit of the ride. Even with the pullbacks, you just have to enjoy it. Yeah, some point in time, Maramello, in the future. Just not as soon as some people are predicting, in my opinion. That's a lot of money to pour into. That's trillions and trillions of dollars. So much money. So. Yeah, CJ, I get it. Sometimes he's a bull, sometimes he's a bear. And I'm like, in between. Yeah, we're going to get all that heat tomorrow, Christian, here in Boston. When Doge hits 34 cents, where does it go? Do we hit a major resistance point there at 34, 35 cents again? Or do we just march right past it? It's a good question. Eventually, they'll buy up all the Bitcoin. That's why everybody should hold some. Even if you only have $100, just get some Bitcoin. Start somewhere and then continue to add to it if you can. Hugo. Another one of our resident bears. Well, the dollar printer has to go burr so that it can pay for the $3.1 billion Fed building renovation. Because as President Trump found out today that Jerome Powell didn't know, that $2.5 billion budget has already been busted. And now it's 3.1 billion. So they got to print more money to pay for it. We could pump again this weekend. Sure, why not? Ron says we'll be over 26. I think we'll be in this 24, 25 range. I know, Kilmar. It's all bull or all bear. And it's like, God, I've been in this game for so long. Just like, eventually it'll get back there. But right now, sideways, baby. Choppity chop, chop, chop. Yeah, it's the options traders and things like that. They're the ones who get the market makers to like try and move the prices more. But even 110,000 Bitcoin now, it's tough to move Bitcoin down that far right now. In the past, when there were a lot more retail holders, you could do it. But with all the institutions, the banks, the governments, the big companies all just buying for their strategic reserves. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day, Bull Run. Bitcoin, ETH, Doge. And maybe Tether, for your stable coin, right? But Doge is going to have its own stable coin too. That's right, Doge, stable coin. That's how I think they're going to be able to manage payments better. We'll see how that all works out, but all right, RR, good night. 100% portfolio Doge. 25 cents sooner than bears think. Hey, Byron. When Doge pumps, I'm searching a Porsche car on the marketplace. But today, I'm eating ramen. The classic crypto investor, right? Pinch all your pennies now, and you'll be driving around in a luxury car someday. Oh. Hey, Raul, how are you? Burr? That's just the sound the money printer makes. That's all it is. It's the sound the money printer makes. If Bitcoin starts to go down, the market makers will have to start selling aggressively to hedge out. Could get volatile. Yeah. They play the game well, though. Sometimes they want it to go down further. Flush out more of that leverage. Yeah, Jason, it's not a particular price that I'm looking at for Doge. It's the calendar I'm watching. When we get into November, I don't know where the price is going to be. It could be 40 cents. It could be 60 cents. Could be 80 cents. Could be I have no idea. But end of October, into November. So I'm watching the calendar more than in actual price. Hi, James. How are you? You found Doge last week, and here you are. Good place to be. Welcome. Hey, Gabe. Yeah, we've had that problem. So what you need to do is you need to delete the app off your phone and then reinstall it. That's what others have said. Exactly. Well, like Will says, James, right on time. Buy the dip. Yep, the big three. Bitcoin, ETH, and Doge. Holding Doge and Bonk. Yeah, Bonk has been good. My Bonk portfolio is still up, holding well. No big dips on the Bonk. Yeah, Tesla. I'm so glad I sold all my Tesla stock back in January. $432 a share. I sold that at. I bought at 110. Today it went down like 10%. Dipped below $300. I did good. I don't know, Limitless. I mean, right now it's looking like I'll probably get like at the Antminer L9 and I'll have Terra Hosting host it for me. That's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm not going to try and have that monster at home. So that's what I'm looking at. And it's gonna merge mine, Dogecoin and Litecoin. They say they can set that up for me. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I might also get one of those little small home miners just to have at home and just plug that in and see what happens, just to have something here. But the big one is probably going to be the Antminer. Got to time it. Pump's coming. I have to time it when maybe next month, right? We will see. When the Doge ETF gets approved, how much money comes into Doge? Great question. I kind of think the big institutions aren't going to touch Dogecoin. It's going to be the small ones that want to make a name for themselves. But you're also going to have a lot of investors that are just going to want a little taste of Doge in their portfolio. So that's what I'll more rely on than the institutions. Will be big investors just getting a little exposure to Doge. The most entertaining outcome is the most likely. Exactly. Elon. I call him the wild card now. Doge is going to do great, but Elon's the wild card to make the great even better. He has to know what's going on with Dogecoin right now. He reads everything on X. He follows like CB Doge and Sir Doge of the coin. He reacts to their tweets, so he sees what's going on. Kind of makes me think something's going to happen. As others have said, maybe they're waiting for this whole payment integration thing to get worked out where he's happy with it. That'll be interesting to see. All right, gang, that's what we got. Hey, we're in the 23s, guys. Happy Thursday to everyone. Dogecoin for the people. You got it. I hope everyone has a great evening. I'll be live again tomorrow on Friday. Come on back. We'll see how things look going into the weekend. We'll do that tomorrow. I hope everyone has a great night. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.